are wrestling.
I'm just telling you this, it's not negotiable, both of you and all the TNA employees. Understand this. You're not allowed to mention the names of the two individuals that appeared in the main event at Genesis on pay-per-view because they did so without signing their TNA contracts, and we can be in court for the rest of our lives over this thing. I'll leave for 2 weeks, and everything goes to hell in a handbasket around here. So I'm going to straighten this out starting tonight, and one of the things I'm going to do, hopefully, is have a live contract signing right here on the program with those two people. But until then, don't mention their name, mum's the word until you hear different from me. You understand?
Debuting Relic in a three-way match that screams violence. Plus, Kurt Angle defends the TNA World Heavyweight Championship versus Taz in our main event.
A gag order has been placed on all TNA employees to keep them from revealing the names of the two individuals who appeared on Genesis. Will they sign with TNA? The answer tonight on Impact.
It's pretty obvious. We've got to be careful because under no circumstances are we allowed to mention by name the man who Sting handpicked as his mystery partner at Genesis. We see, yes, the entrance of the reigning TNA World Heavyweight Champion Kurt Angle. Jim Cornette, as we heard, hopes to have the official contract signing tonight for those two individuals who shocked us with their appearance on Sunday. Now, let's concentrate on how fortunate Kurt Angle was to have his wife Karen TCB, and that stands for taking care of business, when she made a deal with those two men, AJ Styles and Tomko, and that enabled Kurt Angle to retain the TNA World Heavyweight title this past Sunday.
I mean, let's face it, Karen Angle always had confidence. She kept telling the champion not to worry, that she had it taken care of. And we saw what it was all about at the end when the tag team champions came out and helped Kurt Angle retain the bottom line. She had him in her back pocket the entire time.
When Mrs. Angle said she was going to take care of business, Mrs. Angle took care of business. Karen, I never doubted you for a second. I knew at Genesis you were going to do what you had to do to get the job done so I could retain the World Heavyweight title. So, ladies and gentlemen, and I use that phrase very loosely, I might add, I would like for my wife, Karen Angle, to take a bow.
She sure came through for him because he was a nervous wreck.
He was in panic mode. Never
doubted
her for a minute.
Out thank yous tonight, I just want to say to AJ and Tomko, you made the right choice by joining the Angle Alliance at Genesis.
Angle Alliance?
So now, not only do I consider you two my friends, but now you are my family.
Well, I think we're about to hear from a man who, in my mind, was screwed by his tag team partner, Kurt Angle, this past Sunday at that Genesis pay-per-view. Don, I know you remember when Big Kevin Nash was on the verge of victory, and it looked like he was going to become the TNA World Heavyweight Champ.
And when you think about what it would have meant to Kevin Nash in his career, how I can put an exclamation point on it, you can understand his anger and frustration. Yeah, it was every man for himself out there, but let's face it, Nash got the shaft.
Gee, Kurt, I thought you and I were family.
Hardly.
Dysfunctional.
Kevin, you know what? You're a has-been. You're a wussy. What did you ever do but bring me down? You couldn't get the job done, plain and simple.
Well, maybe I'm wrong, and maybe in my old age I'm a little forgetful, but I thought pretty much I had Sting beat Sunday night until you cracked me in the dome with that belt. So what do you got to say about that?
That's the way I saw it.
What do I have to say about that? I said it many times, Kevin. Instead of singing it, bring it!
What? Bring it on?
Well,
Don't sing it, just bring it?
Oh, he's feeling pretty strong in there with AJ and Tomko at his side. But look at Nash, he doesn't care. He's coming in the ring, and the two of them go right at it. And now you see AJ and Tomko go after him.
Well, Nash unloads first on Angle, but then you're right, Don. The numbers game with AJ Styles and Tomko, well, momentarily catches up. Angle fights back. Look at Angle just deck Nash right there.
And now it's a 3-on-1 beatdown, and there's no way that Kevin Nash stands a chance with the size of Tomko, the world champion Angle, and AJ Styles taking down one. Oh, they say, wait a minute, look at this. Sanjay Dutt, Black Machismo, here comes the Motor City Machine Guns, Wildcat Shark Boy, and they run them all out of the ring.
The whole locker room comes out in support of Kevin Nash. And check out the world champ and the TNA World Tag Team Champions as Kurt Angle, AJ Styles, and Tomko quickly put it in reverse. There's support for Kevin Nash. Ladies and gentlemen, check this out. I'm informed that the Instant Classic, yes, Christian Cage, has just pulled up outside the impact zone. I've got to wonder how aware he was of AJ Styles and Tomko joining Kurt Angle. I can't wait to hear what he has to say.
Yeah. Well, just get here, would you? All right, I'm glad you saw it. All right, just get here. All right, man, 20 minutes? All right, man, all right, I'll see you in the back. All right, man, just get it. Yeah, thanks. All right, bye. Yeah, fun's about to begin now, all right?
Ladies and gentlemen, the following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing team number one, accompanied to the ring by Christy Hemme, Lance Hoyt, and Jimmy Rave.
Don West, it sounds to me like Big Kevin Nash is looking for some backup, and I certainly can't blame him after just getting beaten down by Kurt Angle, AJ Styles, and Tomko. And I've got to tell you, I've got an idea just who Big Kev might have on speed dial.
And their opponents representing the Latino nation, Homicide and Hernandez, the Latin American Exchange.
The former tag team champions, Homicide and Hernandez, getting ready to do business with Big Lance Hoyt and Jimmy Rave. And it's always nice to see these guys in the ring because they're just such an incredible combination of speed and strength. But when you talk about Lance Hoyt and Jimmy Rave and you throw Christy Hemme in the mix, there always seems to be a little friction right there, Mike.
I think without question, ladies and gentlemen, we are looking at two tag teams looking to make an impact here on Thursday Night Impact. LAX, the former TNA World Tag Team Champs, in recent weeks here, they were defeated by, yes, the reigning title holders, AJ Styles and Tomko. They want to get right back in that title mix, and look at LAX take it to Lance Hoyt and Jimmy Rave.
Well, I was watching Lance Hoyt join with Christy Hemme, but give Jimmy Rave some credit as he was able to get right into business. But Homicide, and look at that move by Homicide. Unbelievable. What a way to jumpstart it for LAX.
Just overpowered Jimmy Rave, who takes the shortcut, raking the eyes of Homicide. Quick reversal, and then shot up, and look at Hernandez go airborne. Slingshot move, great shoulder block, and it just leveled Jimmy Rave. Here comes the catapult.
Just sets him right into the arm, right into the arm of Homicide, and Homicide comes over and somersaults right on top of the Jimmy Rave. It's stuck in the corner and almost got pinned by Hernandez.
We were all shocked by the appearance of Sting's mystery partner at Genesis. Gag order preventing us from talking about who that mystery partner was. What a backbreaker by Hernandez on Jimmy Rave. Gonna go for the cover here, and 2 count only before Big Lance in to break it up. Shocked by that mystery partner. Who could be next to jump to TNA? Text TNA to 76,000 for all the information, plus 1 free week of TNA Mobile.
You can see LAX right now in total control of this matchup. Oh, Jimmy Rave turned it around in a heartbeat with that great boot to the face, and now he gets Big Lance Hoyt tagged in. And Mike, I know we got the gag order on this situation with the individuals from Genesis, but I do know one thing. I hope Jim Cornette can get that deal done, and we can bring them in the fold here in TNA.
How great was Kaz this past Sunday at Genesis in that incredible ladder match with the instant classic Christian Cage, to the point where Kaz is now, yes, in line for a title shot, and we will see that world's title match tonight on this 2-hour Impact broadcast. What a power move by Big Lance. And now, opportunity for Big Lance to put this matchup away. And how impressive would this be for the team of Lance Hoyt and Jimmy Rave? They've just been teaming for the past couple of months here in TNA. For them to get a win over a team like LAX, the former tag champs, and the big clothesline just decking. Pin on Homicide, 2 only before the kickout. In addition to Kaz and Kurt Angle, with the TNA World's title on the line tonight, a 3-way match with the Monster Abyss, Black Rain, yes, the alter ego of Dustin Rhodes, and Relic. What a wild debut that was for Relic Sunday at Genesis. He's aligned with Black Rain.
Well, if there's one thing that Abyss would like to have back, it's not putting that key into that door that unleashed Relic. And think about it, Relic aligned with Black Rain, and they just put a number on the Monster Abyss, and now Big Hernandez in the ring, a shot for Rave, a shot for Hoyt. Oh, he's so strong and so powerful.
What was it that you told me about Relic? That's killer spelled backwards?
Killer spelled backwards, and look at the power. Speaking of killer, Hernandez just doing a number right now on Hoyt and Raven. This guy is unreal. Whoa, what a power bomb.
Sit-out style. This is the power game that we've come to expect from Hernandez of LAX. Homicide joins in. The double team move sends Hoyt into the corner. First, it's Homicide with the clothesline, and then he gets sandwiched by Hernandez.
And when these two guys get the combination going, nobody does it better. Again, the power by Hernandez, and you see Lance Hoyt trying to get out of the ring to try to get his bearings and still way. And look at Hernandez. He wants to go. He wants to fly. And he does. And he creams Lance Hoyt. And listen to this crowd.
That is near 300 pounds going airborne. Look at this in the ring. The Gringo Killer attempt. Instead, Christy Hemme up on the apron. Jimmy Rave, roll up. Jimmy Rave gets the 3 count on Homicide, and they steal one.
Jimmy Rave and Lance Hoyt.
You can see how displeased Hernandez is at Homicide. And they go right after Jimmy Rave and Christy Hemme had the distraction. And you can see how she's getting in the ring, which is not very wise.
That was the whole key to the victory. The distraction by Christy Hemme. And yes, Latino Nation coming around ringside here. It's that same Latino Nation member, Don, that we have seen over the course of the past couple of weeks.
I know always had that slapjack, and there it is.
The slapjack comes into play. Christy Hemme decked the knockout blow, courtesy of this new member of the Latino Nation. Let's send it to the back. But can you believe this? Team 3D standing by.
You're expecting that little blonde bimbo Crystal, huh? Yeah, well, I'm done with her. I gave her $3 and I sent her on her way. Get in here. It's everybody's favorite team. Team 3D. Shelly and Sabin, you know damn well you had to cheat to beat us at Genesis. So we took it out on Machismo and Guru. Now, Team 3D are the rightful holders of the X Division Championship. And we got ourselves a little insurance policy. One of your little buddies, one of your little X Division friends. You ever want to see him or that title back? You're going to answer our list of demands. First of all, the letter X no longer exists in the English language. You're not the X Division. Call yourselves the Q Division or the B Division. Actually, call yourself the S Division because you suck! Next, right here, all of you morons in the Impact Zone, you better stop chanting, "That was awesome!" Because if you chant it again, me and my brother Devon will jump over the guardrails and smack you in your fat faces. Next, The X Division wrestlers are no longer allowed to go home and hide behind their keyboards and go on the internet and put themselves over under some different fake name. Next, we want 10 cases. 12 cases of ding-dongs. We like ding-dongs. Shut up. Oh yeah, the Yoo-Hoo. 5 cases of Yoo-Hoo. And I want the original Yoo-Hoo. I don't want the new formula. I want the old one that I remember growing up as a kid. The one that was chock full of that chocolatey goodness that made me feel oh so swell.
That's so good.
Stop laughing. Last but not least, immediately, starting now, all X Division wrestlers will turn over their rats to Team 3D. And I'm talking about the ones that sit in the front row at the Impact Zone and their mothers. These are all listed demands. You want to see that title or this gimp ever again? You'll meet them. We're Team 3D. You got less than 1 hour.
Get up.
Christian Cage, things haven't been going so well for you lately. You just suffered a huge loss by Kaz in a match you called your match, a ladder match at Genesis. And then there's AJ and Tomko with Kurt
Do me
Angle.
a favor. Shut the hell up. As far as Tomko and AJ go, I haven't spoken to either one of them. After the war that I went through with Kaz at Genesis, look at my face! Look at my face! I gave everything I had, everything that I had at Genesis to become the #1 contender. Blood, sweat, tears. I gave it all to keep my undefeated streak alive. I gave it all.
Undefeated? Undefeated?
Undefeated. I'm undefeated. I am undefeated. And don't you ever question me about that again. You got it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Tomko, AJ, you two imbeciles can't even follow direction. All that I asked you to do was come nowhere near ringside at Genesis and let me handle my business. And you couldn't even do that. You couldn't even do that right. You distracted me, and you cost me the chance to become the #1 contender. And then to pour salt in my wounds, minutes later, you come out and you help Kurt Angle. You help Kurt Angle without even consulting me first. You two better have a damn good excuse as to why you did what you did. And God help you both when you have to stand face to face and look the champ right in the eyes and explain yourselves. And you know what? That chance may come sooner than you both think. It may just come tonight.
It's Mike Tenay and Don West at ringside. Can you imagine the fireworks when Christian Cage eventually crosses paths with AJ Styles and Tomko? We know that Kevin Nash has been on the phone, and we know that someone is headed to the Impact Zone tonight, and I've got a pretty good idea who it is.
I do too, Mike. Another question we have is, who does Team 3D have held hostage? And will the X Division meet Team 3D's demands? And also as important, the two individuals, the ones whose names we can't say that made such an impact at Genesis, will they sign with TNA tonight?
Get ready for our main event tonight. It's the TNA World Heavyweight Championship on the line. It's Kurt Angle to defend against Kaz.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following mixed tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing team #1 from Wall Street in Manhattan, New York, Robert Roode and Ms. Brooks.
Ladies and gentlemen, we direct you to our website, TNAWrestling.com, for all the details on how you can watch the replay of Genesis from this past Sunday. Robert Roode involved in a very physical match with Samoa Joe.
Oh, it was. It was unbelievably physical and brutal. And right now you can see that same fan with the Hirely Robert sign. She's been in the same spot here the last few matches the Robert was at it. And we see the tension every time with Miss Brooks and this fan with the sign.
Wow, if looks could kill, every time that Ms. Brooks locks eyes on that Robert Roode fan at ringside, oh, you talk about tension. That's putting it mildly.
And their opponents First, from Tampa, Florida, the TNA Women's Knockout Champion, Gail Kim.
Victorious Sunday at Genesis in her title defense, Gail Kim overcame the challenge of 3 other competitors, and you can see how proud she is to carry the TNA Knockout Gold to the ring for this mixed tag team matchup.
I mean, think about the odds that she had to overcome, Mike. It wasn't, her first title defense, it wasn't one-on-one. No, she had to beat ODB, Angel Williams, and Roxy Laveau.
And her opponent from Fort Wright, Kentucky, Wildcat, Chris Harris.
I know that some wrestlers through the years have been known about complaining, but when it comes to the Wildcat Chris Harris, the things on that we have seen in the past couple of months lead me to believe that the whining, complaining of the Wildcat has just gone a little bit too far. Even complaining about us calling the matches and not focusing directly on him.
Well, it's time to put up or shut up. I mean, you can sit there and whine and complain. Well, this is his opportunity. He's going to get in there with Robert Roode, and he's got Gail Kim at his side, and you know what I mean? You don't just talk the talk, walk the walk, and that's what Wildcat needs to do right here tonight.
Genesis was great this past Sunday. Don and I are under a gag order from TNA Management's Jim Cornette. Cornette came down at the top of this Impact broadcast. He laid down the law. He said because of the contractual status of those 2 shockers, those 2 surprise appearances Sunday at Genesis, because they're not under contract, we are not legally allowed to name them. Hopefully Cornette gets that squared away, and we will have that contract signing during this Thursday Night Impact 2-hour show.
Mike, I didn't think anything could be so hard, but I keep wanting to talk about Genesis and what an impact those individuals had on that main event. But you think about Genesis, and you mentioned it, go to TNAWrestling.com, find out when a replay is. I mean, when you think about how Kaz got to the world title shot that he's going to have later tonight, you don't want to miss that ladder match that he had with Christian Cage. And speaking of matches, Robert Roode, that's in this one right now, that match with Samoa Joe, unbelievable.
Next Thursday night here on Impact. Yes, it's Thanksgiving night. It's the first annual TNA Turkey Bowl. Listen to this. It will be 3 three-way matches in a tournament format. We'll have an X Division competitor, a tag team wrestler, and a heavyweight all competing in 3 three-way matches. The winner will receive $25,000, and the loser must wear a turkey suit.
You know what? Thanksgiving's always a great day with all the football and the competition that's going on that day, and you're relaxed and you're full. Why not have a great tournament to start it off? And that's what we're going to do on Impact.
Make a place in your viewing schedule next Thursday, Thanksgiving, to check out the 2-hour Impact broadcast. It's going to be great. The first ever, yes, Turkey Bowl here on Impact, and the problems continue between Robert Roode and Ms. Brooks to the point where he's telling his tag team partner, Ms. Brooks, to sit in the chair, and now he forcibly puts her right in the chair.
Well, I mean, the problems that they've had have just been documented, but it's just so hard to watch Robert Roode just treat Miss Brooks that way, and we know that she's there out of desperation, why she's even staying with Robert Roode, and you see the fan right behind her there.
Well, check out this video. This is backstage here at the Impact Zone. Those 2 surprises from Genesis that we can't call by name, they're behind that door. Will they sign before the night is over?
Nice move right there by Gail Kim as she stomped on the foot of Robert Roode, and there came the Wildcat on the top rope, gets him with a left and then another left.
Just decked him that time with that second left, shot off into the corner. Here comes the face plant. Face first goes Robert Roode. Pin quickly. Harris on top, 2 count only.
You can see Robert Roode get that shoulder up, and again you see the expression on Miss Brooks' face, and always right there by her is that fan.
Quick commercial break upcoming. When we return to Thursday Night Impact, more of this mixed tag. And we are back on Thursday Night Impact. Continuation of this mixed tag team match that is actually turned into like a 2-on-1 match because Robert Roode, who just connects with the spinebuster, pin and near fall only. Robert Roode has taken his partner, Ms. Brooks, seated her in a chair at ringside. and he's flying solo against the Wildcat Chris Harris and Gail Kim. And he took that camera shot of Ms. Brooks at ringside, got almost ominous the way that Robert Roode fan is looking over her shoulder.
Oh, it's scary, but I guess he wants to prove to her that he can do it by himself, and he's doing a pretty darn good job. As you can see, the pin attempt on the Wildcat. And, I mean, you've got to give Robert Roode credit. Look at the look of bleed on the face of that fan. That's getting creepy.
Put yourself in Ms. Brooks' position here. You've got this fan who comes down here, obviously the #1 Robert Roode fan, but then recently she comes out with signs that say, "Hire me, Robert Roode." Well, you know what that would mean? Hire me, Robert Roode. Get rid of Ms. Brooks.
Well, she knows the dissension that they're having. She obviously is willing to put up with whatever Robert Roode wants to dish out, and she wants to take her job. And Wildcat Chris Harris sends Robert Roode up and high on the back body drop right there.
I think that's the key. She knows that dissension. She saw that interview where Robert Roode told Ms. Brooks, "You can be replaced just like that at any minute." High vertical suplex. Harris powers Roode down. Breaks his body across, and no, 2 count only.
I'll tell you, though, that is an unbelievable move. He keeps the blood rushing to the head, and he keeps him up that high. You saw Robert Roode bowl the back over, and it's Wildcat in control, but Robert Roode countered it. What a DDT. He lands right on the Wildcat. Here he goes. 1, 2, got the shoulder up in time.
Series of near falls in this matchup, just going back and forth here with Robert Roode now motioning to Ms. Brooks. I think he's calling her towards the ring.
He's
asking for the steel chair. Of course he is.
And now look at this.
She's playing keep away with the steel chair.
It's like, you know what? He humiliated her right in front of everybody, and now she's trying to give it back to him, but he's able to get the chair anyway. Up at the Wildcat.
Oh, man.
Shot.
Knockout blow, and you can see that the referee never saw it. Steel chair shot to the head. Roode on top of the 3 count.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winners, Robert Roode and Ms. Brooks.
I mean, you have to feel for Ms. Brooks. The position that she's in, Donnie, she's talked about this on TNA interviews. The fact that she needs to support her family. She needs to support her mother. And now Robert Roode knows this as well. And here he comes again, berating her, getting right in her face.
You just can't stand to see this. She tried to do the right thing. And you see Robert Roode grab that chair. He chases Gail Kim off. And you know he wants to continue the damage on the Wildcat. And he's screaming at Ms. Brooks. I think he's telling her to watch this.
Look out!
Oh, gosh, he just smashed him in the head.
Vicious, violent, steel chair shot to the back of a defenseless Wildcat Chris Harrison again.
Right on the back, you can see Ms. Brooks screaming at him to stop, but he won't. Referees were calling for the bell, and now look at this. He's got the hand wedged inside the chair. If he hits this right, he can break it. No!
That's exactly what he's intent on doing. He wants to break the arm of Chris Harris. He's going up to the top. Look at Ms. Brooks.
She's putting herself right in the middle. And she's saying, don't do it. She doesn't want to see any more damage done.
I've never seen her stand up like this to Robert Roode.
Good for her. Good for her. Oh, you know she's going to pay for it, though. You know she's going to pay for it as the referee gets Wildcat out. Look at her. Look at her show some spunk. She is. Oh, my gosh, she gets pushed in.
And everybody here in the Impact Zone loves this. They love to see Ms. Brooks finally standing up to Robert Roode.
Look at the look on Robert Roode's face. He can't believe it. He can't believe that she had the stones to stand up. As you can see the fan with the Hire Me Robert sign just putting it right in the face. Oh, good for her. I've been wanting her to tear that thing up. Wait a minute.
Look at this.
Oh, my God. He just pulled her out.
Get security in here. Get security in here to separate these two.
You can't put your hands on a fan. She couldn't take it. She pulled it right out. Pull it there.
And Robert Roode looking on so approvingly. Robert Roode loves this. Robert Roode was laughing at this.
Look at the grin on his face.
Wild situation here in the Impact Zone. We finally get Ms. Brooks and this fan separated. Let's send it to Crystal.
Scott Hall. It's obvious that Kevin Nash called you earlier, but you might be walking into a hornet's nest tonight.
Hornet's nest. If they're buzzing, me and Big Kev will be there. But, you know, if Angle and his posse, if they want to play, me and Big Kev, we'll play.
Man, you got no idea how much trouble you've caused me and how much time I've spent getting... Just 1 second. Crystal, I know we've got things we're supposed to talk about, but first, there's a lot of things going wrong in the past couple of weeks, and tonight, I'm going to get to the bottom of it once and for all. I'm going to straighten some things out. And Matt, I'm going to start with you. What did I say? What were the words that came out of my mouth a couple of weeks ago? I'm going to be gone for 2 weeks. I want you to keep an eye on things. I want you to make sure nobody gets out of line. If you have a problem, call me. Right. How did that transmogrify into making matches and signing matches and granting requests? And you let Mr. and Mrs. You-know-who appear on the pay-per-view on Genesis without signing their TNA contracts. We could have been in court for years over that. But you're bailed out because they've agreed to sign tonight live with me. But just remember, you can't be doing things like this going into business for yourself.
Jimmy, I didn't have an epiphany when they didn't start booking matches around TNA. I was put in your place for a hot minute, might I add, to do the same thing you would have done under same exact circumstances. And I booked a hell of a match along the way, Jimmy.
That's the problem. I got to explain to upstairs why you're doing my job. Don't get me in trouble. This is corporate. Listen, you're on probation. You're a valuable commodity in this business, and we're friends. But friends and business don't coexist. With me, business is first. You understand? Keep your nose clean. Now, Crystal, what I want to talk about, what I want to...
Did you see what happened?
Did you see it, Jim?
Yeah, unfortunately I did.
Spike TV says there is no male to female contact.
No contact.
And that Latino thug attacked her. I need to know what you're going to do, and I need to know now.
Right
Don't make me go above your head, because I will.
Look here, number one, tell little Sir Echo to shut up. Number two, if you want to go over my head, you better be sure you can breathe up there, because the air is real thin. I'm going to do something about it. I'm going to address
Do
the problem.
something.
Just as soon as I address the What are they doing now?
And Genesis Team 3D embarrassed by the loss to the Motor City Machine Guns. They later beat down Sanjay Dutt and Jay Lethal. They took Jay Lethal's X Division Championship belt, and now they have a list of demands, and they have an X Division wrestler held hostage, and they brought him to the center of the ring.
Shut up! I'll kill you! I'll kill you if you move!
Oh, the intimidation tactics here of Brother Ray and Brother Devon have just gone way over the line, bringing this hostage to the ring.
Saban! Shelley! Wherever you are, have you met our list of demands?
I guess we're going to find out the response from the Motor City Machine Guns, and what a matchup it was in Genesis when they knocked off Team 3D, representing not just the Guns, but the entire X Division. And at this point, Saban and Shelley, they flanked the man who is the champ, Black Machismo Jay Lethal, in spite of the fact that Brother Ray has possession of that title belt because he stole it.
Okay, first thing, fellas. We were listening to your demands. And you know what? We couldn't help but pay a little extra attention to one of those demands. You guys asked for ding-dongs.
Yeah, we want ding-dongs! We like ding-dongs, and you better have our ding-dongs!
12 cases, I think it was.
Okay, let me get this straight. You guys wrote these demands. You could have asked for anything in the world. Money, cars, strippers. You guys could ask for lower cholesterol. But no, you guys decided on ding-dongs. Well, how about this? We got a compromise for you guys. How about, instead of those ding-dongs, we'll give you guys a couple of ho-hos.
Very similar.
Because we got both your mothers waiting right out back.
Oh!
Touche.
Yeah, that's real funny. That's real mature. You want to start with the mother jokes, huh? Okay, well, guess what? We got your mother right here.
Oh, God.
Hey, come on.
Whoa. You take one more step, and I will slap your mother again.
Well, it's a tough situation for the Guns and Black Machismo Jay Lethal, one of their X Division brethren,
What?
being held hostage.
What? You probably want to know who it is. You probably want to know which of your little X Division boyfriends we got, wouldn't you? Shut up!
Don't think we're going to get the fans here in the Impact Zone to agree to that demand, Brother Ray.
Oh, yeah? That's awesome? How's this? Yeah, there's your little buddy.
It's Havoc.
There's your little buddy.
They've got Havoc there, and now.
Hey, this is going on long enough. Give me back my X Division title. Oh, yeah. Oh, you want this back? You want this piece of junk? It doesn't even fit. You want this piece of crap title? Hey, before you come down here, I just need to let you guys know something. It's a little secret. There's a traitor within the X Division.
What? Traitor? A traitor? And you can see now the Guns and Lethal.
You see, I told you. They're scared. You're scared. You're a little punk, and you're scared.
Check this out. It's the end-around play. That's Shark Boy. That's Petey Williams. That's Sanjay Dutt on the attack.
And now you've got the numbers game 6-on-2. And Jay Lethal goes over there and releases Havoc from his bonds.
Thank God.
And he's got a kendo stick, it looks like.
Yeah, they freed the hostage. They freed Havoc, and Havoc's picked up the kendo stick. Check out Sabin and Shelley. They've got those belts.
What?
What the hell is this?
Look at this. Havoc is beating on the X Division. Obviously, we know who the traitor is. Oh, this is just too far. Unbelievable.
Total swerve by Team 3D. You're damn right there was a traitor amongst the ranks, and it was a man that they were holding hostage, Havoc.
There was nothing else the X Division could do, and now look at 3D as they take the belt and they inflict the damage, and there's Havoc with the kendo stick. Oh man, this has just gone wrong for the X Division.
You know, I guess we probably should have expected this after the embarrassing defeat at the hands of the Motor City Machine Guns Sunday at Genesis. You knew that 3D was going to be gunning for revenge. Total destruction. Look at the bodies laid out in the six-sided ring. The X Division roster is down and out, and Havoc's the traitor to JB with the tag champs, Styles and Tomko.
JB Jeremy Borash here backstage with the World Tag Team Champions Tomko and the phenomenal AJ Styles. Gentlemen, we heard from the Instant Classic Christian Cage earlier, and he is not happy to say the least. In fact, he's furious at you, AJ. What's going on?
Great job, Captain.
Look, this is a huge misunderstanding. That's what's going on here. And, Christian, I know you're watching, so, cameraman, get a little bit closer.
Hey, tell him how you feel, Captain.
Shut up. Closer. Okay, perfect. Jeremy, I just need to talk to Christian. Listen to me. I'm under a lot of pressure, okay? You made me team captain. I'm just under a lot of pressure. And I was trying to take some responsibility, Christian. That's why I made this deal with Karen. Honestly, I thought it'd be the best thing for all three of us. Me, Tomko, you, Christian.
Worked out great.
And then add Kurt to the coalition. I thought it'd make our team even stronger, you know? I guess I just wasn't thinking. I would never do anything to hurt you, ever. Ever. I love you, man. I love you. You know. I mean, you think he'll understand, right, Tomko?
Oh, yeah, man. You know what? I think...
Thanks.
You know what? No, he won't.
What? No? Oh, man. You think I'll get demoted?
Demoted?
Yeah, like, what's under captain?
Co-captain? I don't know.
Co-captain? I can deal with that.
Check this out. Look who's here. The band is back together once again, and they are set to enter the Impact Zone. When we return, it's Kevin Nash and Scott Hall on Impact.
Abyss. I promised you that I was going to make your life a living hell, and clearly I've succeeded. But the festivities have only just begun, because look who I have brought back from the land of the dead. Judas Macias, your suffering has only just begun.
Sting's partner, you will recall that Scott Hall told Kevin Nash of the world. He said, no, I'm not Sting's partner, but Big Kev, I will always be your partner. It shouldn't come as any surprise that when Kevin Nash was beaten down earlier tonight on Impact by Kurt Angle, AJ Styles, and Tomko, when Kevin Nash went to the phone to make the call, the man that he brought back to TNA is the one and only Scott Hall.
Well, it's all about trust, Mike, and after what he went through with Kurt Angle and found out he couldn't trust him as far as he could throw him, he had to go back to the past, the one man that he knew would be there if he called. And after seeing Scott Hall last week, he knew that was who it had to be, and well, that's going to bring back memories for you every time you see these two in the ring.
Great memories, and it's great to have them back together once again here in TNA.
We're going to make this.
I think we know what's coming.
Hey, yo. Still works.
That's money every time.
We're going to make this short and sweet. Just got done talking to Cornette. Turning point, the match has been made. Angle, you and your new alliance versus the return of, yes, Hall and Nash.
Wow! Unbelievable!
Well, who's their partner going to be?
We've got a partner. That's right, we've got a partner. And you'll find out who he is before the night's over.
Hall and Nash back in TNA, and they return to the ring at Turning Point. Who's the partner going to be?
You know what? With everything that seems to go on with mystery partners, why not? Do it again to Kurt Angle. Make him wait. Make him want it. And he said we'll find out tonight.
Can you believe it? Getting to be a recurring theme here on Impact. Who's the mystery partner? This time, who's the partner for Scott Hall and Kevin Nash against Kurt Angle, AJ Styles, and Tomko at Turning Point? Wow.
You know, Mike, we've always learned to expect the unexpected here on Impact. And speaking of the unexpected, Abyss found out what that was all about at Genesis when he met Black Rain's partner, who we now know is Relic. Let's show you what happened at Genesis.
And torture, mutilation, and horror. Basic human emotion, absent. A mysterious masked man.
What the hell? What on earth?
Rising from the depths of hell. Relic.
What just happened here?
A psychotic villain and a monster, waging a war of holy terror. Who will be left standing?
Ladies and gentlemen, the following is a three-way contest scheduled for one fall. Introducing first from the depths of hell, this is Relic.
The video package that we just witnessed, ladies and gentlemen, tells the whole story. It was a surprising, it was, yes, a shocking, awesome debut at Genesis for the man known as Relic, and mystery certainly surrounds him. Don, you told me that the name Relic comes from killer spelled backwards. No question in my mind that he is aligned with Black Rain, the alter ego of Dustin Rhodes.
And his opponent from the deepest, darkest corner of his mind, Black Rain.
Well, Mike, he may have lost the battle, but in the end, he won the war. Able to take a bit. Let him get that key. He knew that curiosity would get him in the end. He opened that up and oh, you see Black Rain bringing Misty the Rat. And the displays of affection that he shows is just
displays of affection. He was just French kissing a rat. Displays of affection. The hell are you watching?
And their opponent stands 6 feet 8 inches tall. He weighs 350 pounds. He is the monster, Lucas.
Well, the monster is going to need to use every inch of that 6-foot strength and every one of those 350 pounds to combat these two. A three-way matchup with Abyss to face Black Rain and the debuting Relic.
We know one thing, though, about the Monster Abyss. When he gets focused on something, whether it's one opponent or two, it doesn't matter. This guy has defied so many odds. And you know, in that mind of his, the mind that we can't understand, he's been thinking of nothing but these two. As Relic and Black Rain, but look how Relic and Black Rain are already putting them in between. And you can see the teamwork. Oh, Relic with the boot, while Black Rain had the leg.
It's what we expected. It's what we anticipated with Black Rain and Relic working here as a tag team. Yeah, we can call this a three-way match, but for all intents and purposes, this is going to be a 2-on-1 handicap match. They've got the monster throttled now. Black Rain trying to rearrange the face of the Monster Abyss, pulling at his eyes. Got him draped over that middle rope while Relic from behind. First he was putting the boots to him, and now adding more shots. Look at this, shot after shot.
I mean, it has just been an all-out attack from the beginning. As you thought maybe Abyss would be more prepared, but Relic and Black Rain have a game plan, but nice move by Abyss with the kick to Relic, and then just sends Black Rain in the turnbuckle. Look at that boot. And that's what I'm talking about.
So your game plan here has got to be divide and conquer. You've got to try and take these two men out of their game plan. A double choke slam might exactly do that. Oh, that was broken up, and there goes. Oh, Black Rain headed out to the floor. And look out from behind. There he goes. Relic, spine buster on a 350-pounder. Oh, check out this video. There you see the challenger Kaz preparing for the biggest match of his life. It's coming up later tonight when he faces Kurt Angle for the TNA World's Heavyweight title.
I mean, you want to know what's creepy, Mike? Is we saw Relic come down with that mask. He takes that mask off, and he's got another mask underneath that's got to get inside your mind. And now, Black Rain, wait a minute. You see Relic pushes Black Rain away as he wants to do the damage, and he throws him into the guardrail.
Certainly does. I'm shocked he pushed him out of the way. Then he sends Abyss into the scale. Commercial break. When we come back, more of this handicap match. We're back on Thursday Night Impact. More of this three-way match as it was billed that has turned into a 2-on-1 handicap match. Little bit of friction between Black Rain and Relic right before we went to the commercial break. Don, ever since they've been back on the same page. Well, they pull each other off of Abyss just to inflict more pain and punishment.
It's like Relic kind of wants to do this all on his own, and we've seen him now a couple of times. And this time Abyss able to duck, and Black Rain hits Relic straight in the head, and you can see Relic just reacting to the emotion. And now the face-off between these two, and how can you expect two people as diabolical as this and as unstable as that to get along?
Monster Abyss going to try and mount a comeback. The double clothesline could be the move that gets him rolling. Corner shot, pounded Black Rain. There's one for Relic. Here he goes. Here he comes right at Black Rain.
Oh, what a shot to the head. That's how you divide and conquer, like you mentioned. And now he's got him up for the choke slam. Wow, he powers him down.
Yes, we were all shocked, ladies and gentlemen, as we see Abyss go for the cover here, and got the pin, but then Black Rain made the save. Shocked by the appearance of Sting's mystery partner in Genesis. Who could be the next to jump to TNA? Just text TNA to 76,000. Get all the information plus 1 free week of TNA Mobile.
Oh, he was going for that blackout that he used, but Abyss was able to counter it. You know, we've seen it, and now Abyss goes after Relic, but Relic able to get out of the way. Look at this!
There it is!
Hole slam!
Got him! Black hole slam! 2, 3, and he wins it!
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, the Monster, Abyss!
Now that's impressive, to be able to defeat two of these individuals, these out-of-control men like Black Rain and Relic, and to do it with the Black hole slam. What does Black Rain have?
He's got Darkness Falls! He's got that vicious weapon with the spike on the end. And right in front of us, Rollins has grabbed a chair. And he just creams Black Ray, creams Abyss. When Darkness falls in there, Rollins bringing the chair in. And, you know, it wasn't about getting pinned. Now it's about inflicting damage.
Just spiked him right in the head with the weapon, as Don mentioned. Darkness falls. Now he's lifting the lifeless form, the body of Abyss to his feet, just so that he can get cracked over the top of the head by that steel chair shot from Rollins.
What a sickening thud, Mike. It just, you can hear it crushing into the skull. And they're not done. You can see Black Ray grabs him by the hair, sets him up again, and this time, I think he wants to hit that Darkness falls on that chair. There he does, and he puts it down.
Face first, directly into the steel. Here comes the War Machine. Rhino, thankfully, from the back to try and help out Abyss, and look at him unload.
Boy, he is fired up. One last fight buster he did right on Black Ray as he's got the chair right now in his hands. Oh, he smashes Black Ray with it.
That's the way you even things up. That's the way you even the score. War Machine Rhino comes from the back. There goes Relic out, courtesy of that clothesline from the monster Abyss. They make eye contact. They're standing tall in the ring. Rhino and Abyss. We're going to send it to JV.
Kurt, I'm going to ask you about your title defense later tonight against Kaz, but first, I'm going to talk about Scott Hall, Kevin Nash. They said by the end of the night, we're going to find out who their partner is going to be a turning point in the six-man tag team match. I got to know. What are we going to do about this?
Did you say we? What are we gonna do? I mean, what are you gonna do? Lace up the boots? Put on the tights? Start working out?
I can't work out anymore.
Shut up! There is no we. Let's make that perfectly clear. It's me, Kurt Angle, world champion, TNA world champion. As far as I'm concerned, I don't sweat Hall, and I definitely don't sweat Nash. They're no longer the outsiders. They're now the over-the-hillers. And what partner could they possibly be talking about? I mean, come on, give me a break. Sean Waltman? Does he even have the brain cells to make it to the building? Give me a break, man. As far as Kaz is concerned, I mean, I give him all the credit in the world. He wants to get in the ring with a big dog. He can get in the ring with a big dog. But one thing isn't going to happen. He is not going to make a name for himself at my expense. No way. It's real. It's damn real.
Her opponent resides in Japan, stands 6 feet 1 inches tall, and weighs 272 and 3/8 pounds. She is Awesome Kong!
Look out. Here she comes. And I'm just presuming that that piece of paper in her hand is the same 8x10 that we've seen for the past several weeks. The picture of the TNA Knockout Champion, Gail Kim. A woman, by the way, who Awesome Kong has defeated here on Thursday Night Impact. When we got the close-up look of her opponent, Alexa Jade, in the ring, I sensed just one thing and just one word. Fear.
Oh, you can see it, and you've seen it on every opponent that she's had. They might deny it beforehand. They might talk the talk, they talk a tough game. But when you see 6'1", 272 and 3/8 come down that ramp and know what she can do, you've seen her even do it to the world champion, Gail Kim. It's got to scare the living crap out of you, but Alexa Jade goes right at it.
Goes right at her, but then you see Awesome Kong just so awesome. Overpowers her in the corner. Connects with a chop that just echoes and reverberates throughout the impact zone. Gets down in a three-point stance, and then just squashed her in the corner and decked her.
She just absolutely creamed her. Absolutely creamed her now. Grabs her by the hair. Alexa Jade has no idea what just hit her. And now she's got her up and oh man, I can't really watch this. She pulls the body in a direction it's not intended to go. Oh my God.
Just totally dominating. Alexa Jade throws her down as we take a backstage look. Can you imagine the butterflies in the stomach of Kaz? Opportunity of a lifetime yet to come tonight when Kaz faces Kurt Angle for the world's title.
And now Awesome Kong with that spinning right that she does, and she just leveled Alexa Jade, and I mean, somebody please have mercy and throw the towel in.
Yeah, that's a move that she learned over in Tokyo, Japan. The spinning back fist, and we all know what's next. Sit out powerbomb.
Oh, don't even count
Awesome Kong!
Who's it gonna be? Who's gonna get in the path? Who's gonna get in the way of Awesome Kong?
Well, she is just, and you see the picture of Gail Kim, who she's been focused on, and she has just been going through one opponent.
Not yet done. Let's check this out. This is the move of the match, sponsored by PlayStation and the all-new, lighter, slimmer PSP.
Well, there you can see that awesome sit-out powerbomb that she does, and when she hits it, bring out the spatula, because that's all you need to scrape the opponent.
Gail Kim's come down for a face-to-face meeting.
You gonna keep staring at that picture? Cause I'm right here!
Champ calling her out!
You wanna keep on staring? Or you wanna do something about it?
Wow.
Well, a champ's got to show that kind of courage, and when she's walking, you can see the referees trying to keep her back. Look at her! She goes right through him! She's not afraid, it goes right after her! Look at this!
Climbs up on the back of Awesome Kong, laying in those right hands to the back, those forearm shots. Not sure if they had much effect. She fights through him again. She just walked right through the referees and look at her on the attack.
I mean, you gotta respect that! She's fearless, she's taking the fight right to Awesome Kong, and the referee's trying to keep her away. I think they're doing it for all good. Oh, look at this!
Did you see that? The second that she pushed down the referee, she lost her focus for one split second, and Awesome Kong decked her with a clothesline. Look out! Here it comes again!
Oh no! God! Oh, Gail Kim!
I'm not sure that anybody can stop her.
She tried to send a message, but Awesome Kong sent it.
Message sent loud and clear, but Gail Kim's the one that received it from the 272-pound Awesome Kong. Well, the mystery is about to be solved for our Impact audience. Behind that door, the two newest TNA acquisitions. They're set for the contract signing. It's next on Thursday Night Impact. It's time to make it official. Let's go to TNA Management's Jim Cornette for the contract signing that we've all been waiting for.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so excited, so proud, and so pleased to be here tonight in the Impact Zone for a very momentous occasion. The latest blockbuster talent acquisition by TNA Wrestling in our 6th year of operation, folks. It just keeps on getting bigger. One of the greatest, one of the most successful, one of the most popular, one of the most decorated individuals ever to grace a professional wrestling ring. This guy has been a champion everywhere he's ever been, and now he will be officially signed to the TNA talent roster. Folks, without further ado, please give a warm welcome to the latest acquisition for TNA Wrestling, accompanied by his wife, Charmel. Give it up, folks, for the man, Booker T!
It was an incredible ring spot this past Sunday at Genesis, and once again, they are standing as one in the Impact Zone. We can finally say the name because it's official now. He's a part of TNA. Booker T, accompanied by Carmel.
It was a magical feeling when the crowd realized who it was, and you know, if it hadn't been for interference from AJ Salvatore, this man may, right now, be the TNA World Champion, but unbelievable that a guy with so many accolades, so much history, is now a part of TNA, Mike, and you know what? It just shows you what TNA is all about, the growth. It is a rocket ship, and people are wanting to come because they want to be the future of professional wrestling.
Think about the credentials that Booker T brings to TNA. Unparalleled what he has accomplished throughout his career, and now, yeah, he's a part
It's
of the
tremendous to
TNA
have you
family.
here. There's the microphone, and I just want to say once again on behalf of all the TNA fans, Charmel as well, it's tremendous to have you joining TNA Wrestling.
Thank you, Jim. You know, first, let me say something. First, let me say one thing. I look around, you know, when I came in here on Sunday night at Genesis, my first, thank you, baby. I look around at all you guys, and I just want to say, from the bottom of my heart, thank each and every one of you.
Booker, before we go any further, we've got a lot of questions we want to ask you and have you answer, but first we got to take care of business because I got management on my back. We got to get this done. Oh.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Wow, what a heartfelt response.
Folks, I know I speak for everybody here. Management's on my back. I want to get this contract signed. I got some questions I want to ask you. I want you to answer about your plans in TNA. But first, Sharmell, if you would, ladies first. The beautiful Sharmell, if you would step up and put your signature on your contract. You can sign right there on the line.
There it is. That makes it official. Sharmell, now a part of the TNA family.
One down, one to go, and Booker, this is a big step for TNA. This is going to be a momentous occasion when you put your name to this contract.
You know something? Before it's over with, you guys will be calling me Booker TNA. How you feeling that?
Boy, is that ever fitting?
And it's now official.
There it is.
Oh, yeah.
The ink put the pen.
There it is right there. Booker T is a member of TNA Wrestling.
Wow.
And now, Booker, I got to ask you, so many things the fans want to know. It comes down to this. What are your plans? What are your goals? What are you shooting for in TNA Wrestling?
Oh, come on. What the hell's he coming out here for?
This is not time to break into this great moment in this.
You talk about spoiling a moment, the instant classic Christian Cage, just when we're going to find out from Booker T about his plans. And I think I saw that motion that Booker made that he wants a shot at the TNA World's Heavyweight Champion. And this gets busted, this contract signing, this occasion that we've been waiting for so long by Christian Cage.
Oh, he can't stand it when the spotlight's not on him. He just can't stand it. What on earth?
This is a momentous occasion for TNA Wrestling. We made a tremendous talent acquisition. And Christian, once again, you've got to stick your nose in here. What is it that you want?
I just wanted to come out here and say hello to an old friend of mine, Booker T.
That sounded sincere.
And Booker, you may or may not know, I've had some serious personal problems as of late. And since I can't find AJ and Tomko, I figured I'd come out here and take care of this before this becomes a problem. So let me get to it. Let's just cut the crap and get to the point. You're here for the same reason that everybody else is here, and that's to become the World Heavyweight Champion. But you see something, Book? You may not understand this. This is a little different world around here than what you're used to. Because you see, there's no scepters, there's no thrones, there's no crowns, but there is one king. And that's me, the instant classic Christian Cage. So it's like this, Booker. I am the champ. I am the real #1 contender. So before you get any funny ideas, look at me. Look at me when I'm talking to you. Before you get any funny ideas around here, take yourself and go to the back of the line before I put you there myself. And while you're at it, take this.
He wasn't gonna take that! Oh my God! Cannot believe Christian Cage went there! And look at Booker T, Mike!
Who could blame Booker T? Who needs to take that kind of crap from Christian Cage? I'll tell you who doesn't need it. It's that man, Booker T.
Christian Cage, I guess I just took your #1 contender spot. Now can you dig that, sucker?
Christian Cage tried to buck the contract signing, but bottom line, Booker T has the last word.
Kaz, we just saw highlights from the Fight for the Right tournament and this last Sunday at Genesis, where, I'll be honest, you shocked the wrestling world. One of the biggest upsets in TNA wrestling history when you defeated the Instant Classic Christian Cage in his specialty match, the ladder match, earning your Fight for the Right for the World Heavyweight Championship. Now here we are just days later, Kaz, and you are moments away from the biggest match of your career. In just moments, you're going to go out on primetime television and fight for your right for the World Heavyweight Championship. The only man that stands in your way, Kurt Angle. My question for you is, Kaz, tonight, can magic happen twice?
JB, what's left to say? I earned the right tonight to be in there with the best wrestler in the world, and that's all I ever wanted. All I can promise is I'm gonna leave everything I have in that ring. Whatever happens, happens.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for our Thursday night Impact main event. And tonight, it's for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship. Let's break it down. Let's look at the tail of the tape. It illustrates the slight size advantage for the champ, Kurt Angle. The numbers difference in years pro, only 3, but realistically, Angle has a huge edge. It was last Sunday when Kaz took a huge step in his career. He won the Fight for the Right, and he earned his first World Championship match. While Kurt was in a panic about Sting's mystery partner, wife Karen made the deal with AJ Styles and Tomko. The old axiom about no substitute for experience certainly applies. While Angle went from the Olympics to a headlining pro main eventer, Kaz is in his first World's title match. But keep in mind, he pulled off the huge upset just days ago at Genesis.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your TNA Impact feature contest. It is for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship, scheduled for one fall. Introducing first the challenger from Anaheim, California, the winner of the Fight for the Right tournament, Kaz.
I think if you can ever say that one individual has earned his title shot, it definitely applies to the challenger Kaz. Victorious in the Fight for the Right tournament, to the point where he knocked off Christian Cage in Cage's own specialty ladder match.
And his opponent from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, professional wrestling's only Olympic gold medalist and the TNA Heavyweight Champion of the World, he is Kurt Angle!
Get up, don't get up, I'll never let up.
The first question on my mind is how focused is Kurt Angle going to be on Kaz in this title match? And we know one thing, he better be totally focused. He better not be worried about Hall of Dash and who their mystery partner's going to be for Turning Point. Because we found out one thing, Kaz has heart. He has so much heart. And we may have doubted him in Genesis, but we're not going to doubt him now. And you know he deserves
Kurt Angle's undivided attention. In spite of what Kurt Angle said earlier tonight, the fact that he had the utmost faith in wife Karen, the fact that he knew that she would come through at Genesis, full of it. We know he was in panic mode, worried about who Sting's mystery partner was, apparently unaware that wife Karen had brokered the deal with AJ Styles and Tomko, a deal that ensured that Angle would be, yes, he would retain that TNA World Heavyweight Championship.
One thing we know about Kaz before this match gets started is he's been thinking about one thing and one thing only since the Fight for the Right tournament started back when, and that was getting to this point. And, you know, we've talked about all those high-profile matches, and each one was the biggest today. But, Mike, they don't and will never get bigger than this.
You've heard the phrase climbing the ladder of success. It's what we've seen from Kaz here on Impact, as well as at Genesis. And we've seen it for the past several months. With every week, choke with every step that he takes up that rung of the ladder. Kaz continues to prove that he belongs among the top stars here in TNA, and nothing would prove it like a competitive showing here against the TNA World Heavyweight Champion, Kurt Angle.
He's going to have to use every ounce of that athletic ability, every ounce of that agility he has, and he's doing it thus far. Grabbing on the wrist, pulling back, get the leg locked in, and just wrenching, and you can see the pain, but that's what Kurt Angle does so well. Gets that leg up around the neck and breaks so quickly.
We invite you to join us next Thursday night at Impact. Yes, it's Thanksgiving night. It's the first annual TNA Turkey Bowl. It's going to be a tournament format. 3-way matches with an X Division, a tag team, and a heavyweight wrestler all competing for a $25,000 grand prize, and the loser must wear the turkey suit.
You can see these guys measuring each other out from the start. It's been that way. Very, very similar in size and weight. You know, what a shot right there by Angle. But you know, you think of everything that Kaz went through at Genesis in that match, all the falls and the hits that he took. Oh, as you're preparing, you talk about taking a hit. Wow, Kurt Angle hit that ring post, and look at Kaz. He used it to his advantage.
Angle went full speed, directly past the turnbuckle, shoulder first into the unforgiving steel ring post, and I think it's smart to see that Kaz has immediately taken advantage of that, working on that arm, that injured arm of Angle from just seconds before.
He's going to have to reach down and find anything and everything that he's got inside of him, and if he does find a weakness at any point, Kaz is going to have to exploit it and do whatever it takes.
You talked about Kurt Angle and the possibility that he doesn't have his full focus here tonight. I want you to think back to No Surrender, our pay-per-view event, where Kurt Angle was upset when his mind wasn't entirely on the match when he lost the X Division Championship to Black Machismo Jay Lethal. That on the night when Kurt Angle had 3 title defenses, great dropkick, quick pin attempt, 2 count only for Kaz.
Well, you can see Kaz taking advantage of every opportunity. Great arm drag. And you know what? You're right. Because he was looking ahead to the next thing. And he could be doing that because we do know that Hall and Nash are going to reveal their partner tonight. In Kaz's mind, that's not his problem. His problem is one thing, and that's pinning the shoulders of Kurt Angle to the mat so that he leaves here the TNA World Champion.
Turning Point, December the 2nd, TNA's next big pay-per-view event. We know that it's going to be the quote-unquote Angle Alliance. Kurt Angle, AJ Styles, and Tomko to face the reunited Hall and Nash. Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, great spin quick, kick cover, no! And Don, yes, we have been promised that we will find out tonight who the partner is for Hall and Nash at Turning Point in that big 6-man tag.
You know, one thing that I can see right now that Kurt Angle is not used to. You think of all the last title matches that he's had with Sting and those above. He's not seen anybody in the ring with the speed that Kaz has in a long time. And you know what? There is no substitute for speed. And if you're not ready for it, it can sure be used against you. And Kaz knows that that's an advantage he's got right
I
now.
think it's interesting watching the opening minutes of this match. And you're right, Kaz does have that, incredible abilities. He gets just tossed overhead. And Angle just slammed him out on the arena. Bad landing, that was.
What ring awareness.
We're going to have to take a commercial break. Don't go anywhere. When we return to Impact, more of a world title match. And we are back on Thursday Night Impact. More of our main event match. The TNA World Heavyweight Championship is on the line. There's the champ with that release overhead suplex. And Kurt Angle has taken control against the challenger Kaz. And if you'll pardon the pun, Turning Point, our next pay-per-view, the turning point of this match was when Angle, just before the commercial break, took Kaz, lifted him high overhead, and he just crashed and burned on the concrete.
I was going to start to tell about the ring awareness that he had, knowing where he was. And he was able to realize he had Kaz up, send him to the concrete, and you said it, Mike. It's been all Olympic gold medalists from that point. Look at these lights, the authority that they're coming in. Just the force, and Kaz right now, you can see the steam running out of him. I know he's got heart and grit, but sometimes the other guy in the ring's just got a little something more.
This is TCB. Karen Angle around the ringside area looks pretty pleased that husband Kurt has taken control of this match. Suplex, immediate pin attempt, 2 count only, Kaz powers out, and Angle, the champ, goes right back to the cover.
Whatever focus Kurt Angle didn't have at the beginning, he's got it full force right now. And you can see he's doing anything and everything he wants. Kaz has got to find that opening, kind of like Kurt Angle did earlier. An opening where he can take a shot, disrupt Kurt Angle, rock his world for a little bit, and then do what it is he came to do.
You talked about the expected high-flying offense of the challenger Kaz here against Kurt Angle. It hasn't been so far in this match, and realistically, the last several minutes has seen Kurt Angle completely ground the challenger.
Well, Kurt Angle does that so well. I mean, he figures out his opponent as the match goes on, and he knows that the best way to beat Kaz is to keep that ring smaller and smaller and keep him away from the ropes. But Kaz bringing out, that was a little meeting of the minds of both of them.
Mid-ring collision, both go for the clothesline, and both on target, both connect. Champ and challenger down. Referee Earl Hebner to put in the count.
This may be a chance for Kaz if he can get to his feet before the world champion and maybe get some kind of an offense started, as it's been all Kurt Angle the last few minutes. But you can see Kurt Angle right now getting to the ropes and getting to his feet, getting to him first.
Kaz staggers up. Angle misses with the clothesline. Series of forearm shots by Kaz. Now, quick reversal. Shot off into the ropes. Kaz leaves his feet. Goes airborne. Caught him with another forearm. Doubles him over with the boot. Gonna position him in the corner. Tries to shoot him off. Angle overpowers him. Angle in. There's the quickness. Kaz avoids him. Here it comes. Springboard drop kick.
Beautiful drop kick, and that's what I'm talking about. 2. Oh, Kurt Angle got the shoulder up in time. Kaz almost stole one, and it can happen that quick. It can happen that quick. It's not how you drive, it's how you ride.
There's the ankle lock.
He's in it. But look at Kaz fight it off.
Then uses his free leg to kick him off. Pin. Oh.
Holy cow, I thought Kaz was going to steal it right there.
Oh, suplex by Angle, released him high overhead, and you saw that the German suplex forced the back of Kaz's head to make contact with the canvas.
It's just such a violent move, and he hits it so hard, and that neck just caught that mat the way it's not supposed to go, and you can see how dazed Kaz is as he tries to get to his feet.
Champ pulls the straps down. Olympic slam attempt. No! Reversed into an arm drag by the challenger. Clothesline doesn't get there, and Kaz decks him with the drop kick.
This guy's got a shot! Oh my gosh, Kurt Angle just in time, but you've got to admire this kid. You know what? I won't doubt him. You can't doubt him. Every time the odds are against him, Kaz has found a way to make it. Look at this.
Gonna go for the wave of the future here, but it's blocked. Arm drag instead by Angle. Blocked the punch, and he hit it! Cover him! 1, 2! What the hell's Karen Angle doing up there? Referee Hebner's distracted. Get Karen Angle the hell out of here!
Unbelievable! And now the low blow.
Low blow, that thing was way south of the border. There's the Olympic slam. Follow-up move to the low blow.
1, 2, no!
What? He got the shoulder up.
He did! Unbelievable! I thought it was over after the underhanded tactics by Kurt Angle. Hitting him with that low blow, but Kaz reached down and found something most people will never ever realize.
And you can sense that Angle couldn't believe it either. Gonna try and put him away again. Boy, this kid's got resiliency. Front slam, decks him. Kaz laid out. What's Angle gonna do next?
This crowd's starting to feel it. They're starting to believe that miracles can happen. And Kurt Angle,
look at this. We don't see this very often. Angle headed up to the top floor.
What a kick! What a kick by Kaz! What a shot to the side of the head! Angle's barely holding on. Kaz has a chance here to do some damage.
Come on, kid, you got a shot. Kaz digging down deep, trying to feed off the adrenaline of the crowd here at the Impact Zone. Now he's gonna go high risk. Could it be the flux capacitor?
He's trying, and he got it! The flux capacitor!
Roll across, cover him, leg hook, 2!
Come on! Unreal! Kaz thought he had it, and it was so close!
Just this close to winning the TNA World Heavyweight title! He hit that top rope flux capacitor. He immediately got Angle for the pin, but no, only 2.
This is as chance, though. You can see, oh, nice knee. And look at Kurt Angle. Oh, he puts him on his head and then rolls him around. Pin, 2.
Oh, God, he just held it down for the 3 count.
And still TNA World Heavyweight Champion, Kurt Angle.
Yes, Kurt Angle victorious, but I don't think there's any question that Kaz proved to you, Don West, to me and everybody watching this match, that he belongs among the elite.
Well, it took everything that Kurt Angle could give him. And you gotta give Kurt Angle credit at the end. Able to use that body to keep those shoulder blades pressed to the mat. But Kaz was that close. And you can see what he said.
We read his lips. We saw the motion. He said, Angle, I came just that close to beating you for that TNA World Heavyweight title. And, you know, Angle doesn't take kindly to that. And he's back up on the ring apron.
He realizes that Kaz is looking at it as a victory. He's telling you, yeah, I stood toe-to-toe, and you beat me by an inch. And you can see Kaz, he wants to go at it again right now.
Whoa, what are Scott Hall and Kevin Nash? They just walked right by the broadcast table here.
While Kaz is keeping Angle occupied, there they are.
Look at
Nash and Hall.
Karen's trying to direct traffic from the apron. Turn around, Kurt. You ready for a surprise? It's Hall and Nash. And look at Angle trying to sell back. Look at him trying to beg out.
He doesn't know where to go. As you can see, Nash trying to cut him off. And now they're just sitting him like a ping pong ball. Back and forth. Nash and Hall have him.
Whoa, look at AJ Styles and Tonko come flying right down the ramp. And the TNA Tag Champs and the new members of the Angle Alliance have hit the ring. And they just laid out Hall first. And Styles trying to bum rush Nash.
You've got to be kidding. Here he comes.
Hall and Nash promised that we would know who their partner is at Turning Point, and here comes Samoa Joe.
And look at him, clean house. Look at the boot for Angle, the shot for Tonko. And look at him. I think we have our answer. And you see Samoa Joe come in and another shot, and he sends Tonko flying out of the ring.
Samoa Joe making an impact here on Thursday night. Can you believe it? Turning Point, December 2. It's going to be the Angle Alliance. Kurt Angle, AJ Styles, and Tonko against Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, and Samoa Joe. My God, we'll see you next Thursday. Thanksgiving, first ever Turkey Bowl.
Oh no, I got a bad reputation. Oh no, I got a bad reputation. It's the way of the walk, it's the talk on the street, and I'm looking for a new stimulation. Oh no, I got a bad situation. Oh no, I got a bad situation. She's a face in the scene, she's a talk on the street, and she's looking for a little vindication. Oh no, I got a bad infatuation. Oh no, I got a bad infatuation. In the pain in the voice, it's the tone of the scream, all it means to a permanent vacation. I get off pulling on your strings when you beg for.
On an all-new Thursday Night Impact. You thought the Thanksgiving festivities were over? Get ready to kick off the bowl season early. It's the first ever TNA Turkey Bowl.